No, Susan, put it on. Yes, it does.
Go to the front.
Welcome to Pet Talk Kids.
Oh, hello everyone. Hello. So happy that you're here with us today. Look, it's another day. It's Pen Tab Kids. Are you excited? I am excited. You know I'm always excited to be here. And can you see on the screen? It says, can you blow a trumpet? Something's happening in today's episode. You don't want to move to go anywhere. Make sure you stay real close, all right? It's going to be extremely exciting. Oh, I can't wait to start. Well, let's go then, right? Let's go. I'm going to press play, all right?
So can you blow a trumpet? So can you blow a trumpet?
They can't blow a trumpet, but it's all right. Oh, what about this guy? Let's see if he can play the trumpet. He sure can. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. And I'm playing. I don't remember how to get to the next slide. Listen though to this sound, all right? You heard a trumpet. What about this sound? What do you think here? Oh, isn't that beautiful? Listen to that sound. That sound from this horn. It looks very different from the ones we had before, right? But the sound is just as piercing, just as loud, as just as arresting. This horn, it's what they used in the Bible. The Jews, they play this all the time. And they use it today for very special occasions. It's called the shofar. The shofar. S-H-O-F-A-R. We're going to learn about it today. Look at it. Doesn't it look remarkable? What sort of instrument is it? What's it all about? A ram's horn, that's what it is. Let's go. That's not what I wanted to press. This is what I wanted to press. Here we go.
People, places, and things from the Bible. People, places, and things from the Bible.
Seems like I have a rerun effect today. I don't know what's going on. It is the lesson for today.
When you hear them sound a long blast on the trumpets, have the whole army give a loud shout. Then the wall of the city will collapse, and the army will go up, everyone straight in.
Let's read it again.
When you hear them sound a long blast on the trumpets, have the whole army give a loud shout. Then the wall of the city will collapse, and the army will go up, everyone straight in.
Did you hear that? When you hear them sound a long blast from the trumpets, have the whole army give a loud shout, then the wall of the city will collapse and the army will go up, everyone straight in. That verse in Joshua 6 verse 5 there is talking about a very special and exciting story. And we are going to talk about it today, a little bit later. But right now, just remember that, where this is taken from and what the story is about. Remember, we're trying to have a contest this week. So don't forget, trying to think about all the things you're going to learn today, okay? Now let's see if I can get into the lesson without repeating it. Let's see. What do you know? I'm getting much better at this thing, this live streaming. Have mercy on me. Maybe pray for me too. Anyway, here we go. The shofar that you saw, that wonderful horned thing. That's really a horn, exactly. It's a musical instrument, like we said, made from the horn of a ram. Or other animal too, but mostly, well, actually, Jews really prefer the ram. There's a specific reason too. We're going to learn that later. And it's used on important Jewish public and religious occasions, right? In biblical times, this started to be used at the Sabbath, and it also announces when a new moon is coming. And it used to be used to proclaim when a new king is going to be anointed. Now, there are other times when the shofar is used. We're going to learn that today as well. Keep tuned, there's more! This horn, called the shofar, is used a lot, especially today, for Rosh Hashanah. This is a very special time. It's the new year, really. Now, oddly enough, the new year, the Rosh Hashanah, is celebrated in September in Israel, but that's all right. It's still the same thing. It means the same new year, brand new start. And it says here, it means shouting or blasting when you use the word Yom Teruah. Now, I'm not Jewish, so I'm not pronouncing it exactly right, but just have mercy on me. Just know that the shofar is awesome, giving long, loud blasts. And it was in the Bible, and it's used today. That's the fun part. It's used today. Let's see a little bit more about this amazing instrument. Look at it. You see it? Can you see it really carefully? It's crooked, well, it's curved. This one, some of them are more, intricate. But see the big end there, and then the small end where you put your mouth, the mouthpiece. Let's learn a little bit more.
The shofar is a horn. Traditionally, we use a ram's horn.
Use a ram's horn. Do you see it on the picture there? That ram's got the same sort of thing on his head. The ram's horn. Look, here is Rabbi Sufkin, and he's going to try and explain some other things to us. Oh dear, I went too far. Let's go back to the rabbi. Oh, I went again. What in the world? Misread? I got it.
Shofar is made from a horn like this, where the outside is keratin and inside is bone. If you boil it, you can take out the bone. You're left with a hollow keratin tube. You saw off the end to make your mouthpiece, and that's how you make your shofar. So only hollow horns can be made into a shofar.
Only hollow horns can be made into a shofar? Very interesting. So I guess they can't use an antelope horn because that's pretty solid. It's all bone. And this one is very important to use a hollow one, he said. Very special. Are you out there, by the way? Remember that I'm live, so you can chat to me. You can contact me right now. I can't wait to see somebody. Are you there, my wonderful public? Are you there? Are you 6 today? Who's 9 on the program? Maybe it's my favourite 4-year-old beautiful fan club. Come on now, let me see you. I'm waiting on something, and it's going to be really good if you can talk, right? Now let's continue a little bit more about the ram's horn. Remember, we're coming up to that very special story that we heard when the scripture was read. All right. This is Jim, the shofar man. And this is so exciting, boys and girls. Listen carefully. We're going to hear how it sounds. He's going to show us 4 types of sounds. 4. So pay attention. This is number 1.
Today I'd like to sound for you the 4 Hebrew Jewish traditional sounds or calls or blasts of the shofar. The first one being the tekiah, which is a long blast.
Beautiful. That's great. Now we're going to hear the second one. Ready? All right. Second one coming up.
The second one being the shivarim, which is 3 blasts.
Very good. The second one. Third one.
The third one being the teru, which is kind of an alarming sound with 9 staccato type blasts.
I recognize that kind of sound. It's almost like if you were in battle or warfare or very celebrity, you know. I think they'd probably use that one for some very special occasion, like hey, 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 you know, that kind of announcing kind of a way. Oh, I bet that's the one. Let's hear number 4.
And the last one being the tekiah gadol, which is 1 long blast that gets louder.
Incredible! This Jim, the shofar man, is incredible. Do you see how long he blew that? That was all the way. Oh my goodness, he's very talented. Oh, now I was almost like lightheaded. I blew too hard. Blew too hard. Oh, did you blow at home? Is anybody there practicing what you're hearing? I hope you are. It's so fun. Well, don't do it too long because you're going to get lightheaded like me. It's crazy. Let's go on. There's more to come. Yes, more. Here is the rabbi again. And now we're going to go into some detail as to why they use the ram's horn and not anything else. Listen.
Jewish tradition and Jewish law, the best shofar to use is not the spectacular horn of a kudu or anything like that. The best shofar to use is one made from the horn of a ram, of an adult male sheep. What's the reason for this? Well, it's the opposite of the cow. We're not allowed to use a shofar from a cow because that brings to mind a negative memory of the sin with the golden calf. Instead, we want to use the shofar made from the horn of a ram, which reminds God and us of a very positive memory in history, the incident with Abraham being told by God to sacrifice his son.
Oh! I hope you are like me. I remember that. You notice he said, if you use the cow, it's a negative memory. And I understand. That was a terrible day. Do you remember when all the children of Israel, they were gathered at the bottom of Mount Sinai? Moses had gone up into the hill there to receive the tablets of the 10 Commandments. And below him, in the bottom of the hill, there they were, doing all kinds of nonsense with the cow, the golden calf, it was called in the scriptures. Do you remember that? Yes, so it's very negative, very, very negative. So now he says they do the ram's horn because of the very positive story, and he talked about it, Abram, when he was going to sacrifice his son Isaac. Do you remember that? Let's show you a picture. See, there it is. That was a sad day, almost, because Abram thought, oh, this is my oldest son. He's my only boy. How could you take him from me? Because you remember God had promised him that boy after so many years. I mean, like decades, you know, waiting for this young boy to be born. And finally, Abram and his wife Sarah, you remember that? Sarah's wife, right? Had this boy Isaac. And then, sometime later, God says, well, I'm going to test your faith. I'm going to let you kill him. Oh, goodness gracious, really? But Abram's such a man of God, such a man of his word, such a man of faith that he actually wrapped up the boy and indeed went up the hill and indeed took the wood and the fire and everything And he was prepared to sacrifice his son. Did what? Look at the corner of the picture. Look right there. Do you see the ram, the goat, the sheep there, caught in the bush? That's what Rabbi Silfkin was talking about, because that ram right there saved Isaac's life. Yes, it did, because now he could use the ram as a sacrifice instead of his son. Well, yeah, we want that. Right? Isn't that wonderful? So from then on, I suppose, that's what they did. Whenever they wanted to celebrate, whenever they wanted to do the blowing, the blasting of the shofar, they use ram's horn. Isn't that fantastic? What a story! And there's more. Yes, there is. Pay attention. Don't move. Here, there are more times when the trumpet is used, when the shofar is used. Like, for example, we talked about at Mount Sinai, the wall of Jericho is a good one. And that actually, boys and girls, is the one that I was just talking about at the beginning, and I can't wait to get into it, because you remember the story? Let me not talk about it right now. Let me wait. Calm down, Miss Red. You don't want to spoil it for him. But just note, at the wall of Jericho, lots and lots of trumpeting, lots. Now it says at the beginning of the Sabbath. Well, this is also very important, because as you know, Jews, they don't do any work on the Sabbath. It's a rest day. It's a day of calm, serene family time. You know, you don't do any work. And in the Bible, they used to blow the shofar to announce that was beginning that Friday at sunset, right? So everybody, when they heard that thing, they would go, oh, Sabbath is coming, get home, shut down everything, right? It's kind of like today. There is a group, the Muslims, they also have something like that. It's a call to prayer, and it's really loud, and you can hear it for miles. And so all of them know it's time for prayer. They do that about 5 times a day, I believe. Yeah. Now here's another one, to announce battle. Oh, you remember when we heard that third blast that was really loud, and I said, it's sort of like really exciting, and it's like battle, it's like war. That one, I'm sure they would blow that for that. And then to announce the new year, well, we talked about this at the beginning, the Rosh Hashanah, the new year, celebrated around autumn, thereabouts, you know, and it was newness, it was brand, freshness, it was like we're starting over. And they will also celebrate the fact that God had helped them right through, you know, bringing them through Egypt, making the world. It was wonderful. That whole holiday, very sacred there, I'm telling you, one of their holiest days. No joking around in this time. And also because it leads further into the last one, well, the second to last one, the Yom Kippur. After Rosh Hashanah, you go into this period of mourning, not mourning, but like prayerful time. It's a time of looking in and introspection. That's a big word, but it means you look in, you search your heart, you ask for forgiveness, you weep, you wail, because you're sorry for everything. It's a very, very sober time. So you go from, woo, New Year, and then you go, I better do better this time. I do this, and this. Oh, all right, well, I do better. That's what we can do, actually. Let's do that for ourselves too. It's January. That's our new year, and so this is a perfect time for us to do pretty much the same thing. We think about all the good things. Oh, it's a new year. We have fireworks and beautiful time with our family and everything. But really, what does that mean? It's a new time, right? So, fresh leaf, new day. We can do everything over. It's like a redo. Try that sometime, all right? Look into yourself. I think we spoke about this last week, didn't we? Yes, we did. We said listening to God will help us to be better. You remember our teacher last week spoke about listening to God. Are you listening? Did you spend this week paying attention to his word? Did you spend this week praying more? Listening to Mum and Dad? Did you? I hope so. I tried. I really tried. Sometimes hard, but I tried hard. Harder. All right, now, the last one says at the rapture. Oh, boys and girls, that one, let me tell you, it's spectacular. It's over and above anything I've ever experienced. And that's because it's, well, never happened yet. It's to come, you know, like in the future. The rapture, when God himself will come down and he's going to meet us. All of us who have been waiting and hoping and praying and working hard in this kingdom, we're going to be together. And then he's going to whisk us off to a wonderful place called heaven. Oh, boys and girls, I'm delirious with excitement. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Boys and girls, heaven. They say in a song that I used to sing a very long time ago, don't want to tell you how old, but it says heaven is better than this, right? On that street of shining gold, in that land where we'll never grow old. Can you imagine? Miss Red would be young forever. Oh, don't I look like 12? All right, 20. But in that land, I won't get one grey hair, no warts and no wrinkles, thank God. It's going to be awesome. We're going to look at that later. But now, let's go on to another very fun fact. This is the story. If you listen, what is it? What is this? Oh, boys and girls, this is the sound of the wailing that I was telling you about. I just wanted to let you hear it so you can have an example. So listen carefully. It's not very bright, is it? But it's very retrospective, I think. Aren't you hearing this low sound? Now the song that comes with it, it's a prayer. This is what would happen, like I said, after Rosh Hashanah, then it goes into Yom Kippur, and this sort of thing is what's common. So that's just an example. Right, moving on, yes. Now, I was telling you about the story, the special story of, yes, Jericho, the wall of Jericho. I'm going to play a little bit of this video there in the big brown box that you're seeing. Are you seeing it? And there you see Uncle Donovan. I hope I'm not blocking him. Am I blocking him? I hope not. Oh, am I? Oh, he's above my head. Oh, yes, I think I'm all right. Listen to what he says, all right? He's going to tell us the story. And then we're going to know what comes next. Listen.
The seven priests carrying 7 trumpets went forward, marching before the ark of the Lord and blowing the trumpets. The armed men went ahead of them, and the rear guards followed the ark of the Lord, while the trumpets kept sounding. So on the 2nd day they marched around the city once, and returned to the camp. They did this for 6 days. On the 7th day they
whoa, Uncle Donovan, whoa. Did you hear that? They had special instructions and they marched for 6 days. But no shouting. No shouting. But they had very special plans. I'm going to play a little bit of the video. Not the whole thing, but listen carefully. Well, watch and see what happens, right? See? There they are walking. Walking carefully. There's the man up there wondering.
What is happening? Today they circled the city 7 times, but still they are afraid to attack.
Oh dear! I went! Oh dear! Oh no! I pressed the button that shouldn't have taken me there. I apologize! Ew! I apologize. Please forgive me. Oh, I think it's gonna... Well, all right, it's gonna go back, but don't worry about it. Have mercy, please. Here we go again.
What is happening? Today they circled the city 7 times, but still they are afraid to attack. It's pathetic. They'll be leaving soon.
That's what you think! That's what you... Ooh! There's everyone gathered at the bottom of the wall. It's about to get crazy. In your face, you folks up there. You don't understand the God we serve. You don't understand the power in his hands. You don't. Oh my. All right, I'm going to press a little bit more, but listen, this is very special. And I'm looking at the chart, and it seems like, some of you really like this story. I'm so happy that you're happy. Good. We're going to continue. Oh, yes. And there's a song coming up. There's a song coming up. But just listen a little bit more to what's happening. They're quiet. Oh, something's about to happen. Let's see if Uncle Donovan can give us some warning. Listen here. Uncle Donovan, what's happening?
Break and march around the city 7 times in the same manner, except that on that day they circled the city 7 times. The 7th time around, when the priest sounded the trumpet blast, Joshua commanded the army, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city."
Oh my goodness! Oh, I can't wait to see it. Let's go. Let me press play. I don't want to keep you in any more suspense, but something exciting. The trumpets.
Shout, for the Lord has given you the city.
They don't know what's going to hit them. They have no idea. Do it. Yes, the sounds, the triumphant screams, everybody's excited. And then, look at what's happening, boys and girls. The wailing, the breaking of the walls. It's coming down, look at his face. He's so afraid. Oh, he's scared. Oh, it's all over. Run for your lives if you can make it. Look at it. Look at what's happening. Our God is awesome. Our God. The trumpets. The shofars. I see it. Did you see it? They picked it up. I heard it. Did you hear? At the end there? But they were playing it the whole time. Oh, my goodness. Trumpets. The sound of victory. This wonderful moment. Oh, wailing shofars, triumphant shofars. Such a wonderful instrument. I have a song here. I don't know if I have time to play the whole thing, but just, it's so fun. I just wanted to hear a little bit of it. Listen. Oh, come on, song, come on. Oh, I suppose I didn't set it to the right time. It's going to wait a while. Oh. Blow the trumpet in Zion, Zion. Hey! Sound the alarm on my holy mountain. Hey! Blow the trumpet in Zion, Zion. And then what? Sound the alarm. Oh, I'm getting excited. I better stop. Did you hear those trumpets? Did you hear those wonderful sounds of victory and just a roar, of this loud... Blow the trumpet in Zion. Oh, what happened? It's played again. No, I don't want you again. Press it off. Not to worry. Now, onward to the next slide. And here it is. This now, boys and girls, represents the point I made about the last time that we're going to hear the trumpet. This time hasn't happened yet. This moment hasn't happened yet. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And boys and girls, you have to prepare yourselves. You have to be ready. All right? You saw how powerful God was. Or is, rather. You saw how powerful he is. In that story, he saved the children of Israel. He gave them the promised land as he promised. And he brought down the wall of Jericho as he promised. So we already know he's a promise keeper. We know he's powerful. Look at what happened. We're just walking around in a trumpet blast. Look at the story before with Abram. He saves. He keeps. You see, Abram was promised his son. Thought he was going to lose him, but he did it. Because God is a promise keeper. We see it. And now this one, boys and girls, has been promised to us as well. This last moment in time. He's been promised for a long time. In fact, for centuries. And we've been waiting for this moment. I know my time is about to expire. I need to finish. But just to remind you, boys and girls, think of your life futuristically. It's not just now. Now is temporary. there is something greater that is coming, something bigger, something beyond your wildest imaginations. I can't even think of it. Golden streets? Living in the sky somewhere? But that's what it said in the Bible. That's what God promised. And listen to this. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. And this is what? Well, I don't really want you to hear that. I want to mute that because I want you to hear this. As you're looking at that, this is wonderful. This is great. And this is what we'll be seeing. If you know it, sing the wondrous love of Jesus. Sing his mercy and his grace. Yes, because you're in the mansions, bright and blessed, he'll prepare for us a place. Oh, do you know it? Oh, I know you know it. While we walk the pilgrim's pathway, clouds will overspread the sky. But we're traveling, days are over, not a shadow, not a sign. Why? Because when we all get ahead, one day I'll be twisting at the veil. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout victory. Just one glimpse of hallelujah. Will the total life be hey, we all get ahead. One day I'll be trusting that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout victory. I could sing that forever. I could sing that forever. That's going to be a day. That's going to be a day, boys and girls, when you hear the trumpet sound and Jesus comes for us. Oh, that's going to be a day. No, don't want this, don't want this. Pressing it, stop it. All right, what I want you to get is the next slide, the last one. It's powerful. I love it so much. Listen to this. And we're going to close with that, right? That's what it's gonna be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sound of the Lord. That beautiful day, boys and girls. Are you ready? All right. It's pretty loud. I know. I'm sorry, but it's just very powerful. Listen to your voices. The voices will be a heavenly choir. You hear that choir? Listen. The horn. And we're singing. Right now, I'm going to have to close. I'm so excited. I could be here with you all afternoon, but I have to stop. So I'm just going to shut this down for a bit. Yes, I have to. I'm sorry, boys and girls. We've had such a good time. We really have. But listen, it's all right. You and I will meet again next week, and then we learn about something else. Something as wonderful. Something, well, actually, next week is going to be quite sobering. Make sure you're here. And I'm glad I prepared you from now that you know we have to prepare our hearts for the Lord's return. Jesus is going to come back. And part of that preparation is to pray all the time. Love your parents and your friends, and even those who are not your friends. You have to be loving. You have to be kind. You have to make sure your heart is right. And next week, we're going to learn just how to do that, to make our heart right. Next week, it's going to be lessons from the Potter's Wheel. Yes, boys and girls, the Potter's Wheel. We're going to discuss that. Make sure you're here. And next week, the games return. Next week, the games return with the gifts. Do you remember what we're fighting for? What we're working toward? McDonald's card, $20 cash, and $25 Amazon gift card. Don't forget, this is all up for grabs next week. All right. Lots of love, boys and girls. I must go. I must. Goodbye. And where are the credits? I know it's here somewhere. I have to look for it. Where in the world? It's down here somewhere. Oh dear, I've lost it. Don't have any credits this week, do I? I don't. Oh, I have to press this button. Oh, there it is. All right, off with it. And I still can't find it. So guess what? We won't have any credits this week. We won't, because I can't find them on my desktop. I'm looking everywhere and I can't find it. It's nowhere. Goodbye, boys and girls. It was lovely having you again.